This is the outside of the 2021 Benimar Mileo 286. As we move along, we will firstly come to the gas locker. In here we have room for 2 gas bottles. The regulator itself just sits here. The hose then comes off the regulator, screws into the propane bottle, and then is tightened with a gas spanner. Bottle on and off on the top. Do make sure that the bottle is isolated for travel. Next we have water into the motorhome. So push in, twist to remove the water cap, pop your hose in to fill up the fresh water tank. As you can see, this cap can also be locked. To drain the fresh water tank down for winterization, we do need to go directly underneath the motorhome, and just tucked up here you can see the drain point. It is just a matter of pulling this blue lever down to drop the water. Next we have both vents for the fridge freezer. This is a fully winterized motorhome, so you are supplied with winter covers for the fridge vents. Currently the top one is off, but I have fitted the bottom one just to show you. So these need to be used if you are using the vehicle in cold weather. This will hold some heat in and allow the fridge to run more efficiently. But today is warm and they're not required. So all we do is we just slide the levers out of the way, remove the cover, and then remove the winter cover itself. And then if we then just pop the cover back on, hooking at the bottom first, and then sliding the levers back across again to lock it into place. As we now come past the rear wheel, we have the grey water drain just here, so anything that goes down the plug holes goes in the holding tank and then is drained off just here. We then have the location for the cassette toilet. To remove the cassette, just lift up on the blue lever and pull towards you. Before use, remove the cap and add your toilet chemical. Also empties from here. Just remember that when you are pouring it away, to hold the button in just here to release the vacuum inside. It's also advisable to keep this seal lubricated. Thetford do their own seal lubricant, but any silicone based lubricant is fine. This is also a nice quick and easy way of giving the cassette a good clean. If any debris was to wrap itself around the float mechanism inside, giving you a false reading that it's full, the float can be removed and cleaned just here. All of these cassettes are now on wheels with a pull-out handle. We then have access into the garage. So we have the spare wheel just there and the jack and wheel brace just there. We also have the corner steady winding handle just there. These motorhomes do come with rear corner steadies, so just attach the wheel brace just here and then wind the leg down to firm up the back end, and do exactly the same on the other side. We then have the reverse camera up the top and the Fiamma bike rack. To use, just pull and the rails will drop down. Bike's on the rails, secure the straps through the wheels of the bikes and then connect these arms to each of the frames. Again, we then have access to the garage on the opposite side. The light switch is just there. We have the freestanding table here, and then we also have the location for the lower bed makeup boards. Next we have the external shower and barbecue point. Attach this end of the hose to the barbecue, and then this end plugs in to this point here when using the barbecue. Just plug it in and it will lock into place like so. You can then turn the gas on. To release it, push up on the collar and then pull back out again. And then we also have the external hand shower point as well, just here. And again, just plug in. And as long as the water pump's on inside, it will then go under pressure. And exactly the same as the barbecue point, just push the collar and it will then release. We then have the flue for the Truma boiler. We don't need to do anything with this, but just make sure that nothing is obstructing it. And then we have main supply connection just there. Above we have the Fiamma roll-out canopy. To roll it out, we need the awning winding handle. This then connects just here, and then it's just a matter of winding the canopy out. I usually wind these out a short distance first and then drop the legs. So if I just pause the video for a second, you can now see I've wound out a short distance. I always do this first and then drop the legs to aid in taking some of the weight. With these particular legs, just pull towards you and it will then pop out. It's then just a matter of dropping it down, undoing the butterfly bolt just there, dropping down to the ground and then raising the awning to the height that you require, and then doing exactly the same with the other leg. And then once you're supported, you can then wind the awning out further, walking the legs out. Never leave the awning out in high wind, as it could cause catastrophic damage or even need to be replaced. This awning does come with a centre telescopic rafter pole to give it more support. It clips in just up here, just on that point there, and up there. Diesel fill just here. Diesel cap unlocks on the ignition key, and then AdBlue top up underneath. It will let you know when it needs AdBlue on the dashboard. Tyre pressure's just here. Both the driver and passenger seats are heated. storage underneath here. You can also have a second leisure battery fitted underneath here if you wanted to. There is already wiring. The leisure battery itself sits underneath the driver's seat. Vehicle battery sits underneath the floor, and bonnet release just here.